says she running away.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get all my uploads. As soon as I upload them, you'll be the first one to see. You want to be the first, okay? Always want to be the first in life, okay? Leave a comment and share my content, okay? So this is what we're doing today. I'm going to show you an artwork that I saw when I was doing my client's house in Orlando, and I was looking for something whimsical to put in the house. I saw this artwork. I fell in love with it. I said, this is it. I was inside Haverty's and I ran to the artwork. I was like, this is it. And then I saw the price. Now, you know, I ain't cheap, but I is cheap when I'm ready. And I spend my clients' money as though it was my money, okay? And if I feel something shouldn't cost that price, I'm not paying for it. We will move on to the next. Can we have a replica, please? Yes. So, it was too expensive. It actually was half off in the store. It was like $5.99 for the artwork, $599. And I was like, no, we're not spending that. And I actually found something similar that had the whimsical look, and I found it on Overstock. It was only like $100 and something for it. So I saw the artwork in person up close. On the site is actually $1,000 something for the piece of artwork. I have always wanted to recreate it, and I have been thinking about how can I recreate this piece. So I came up with the brilliant idea as to how I can recreate it. So let me show you the artwork. So here is the artwork. I hope you can see it. Let me turn this light down. Oh, let's turn this light down so you can see it good. Okay. So I'm going to drop a picture in of it. But I wanted you to see the artwork and see the price. It's $1,099.99. I went to Michael's and I got some painting items. Ooh, the next thing that's missing is I got some wood to do the frame, the black frame from Home Depot. I did that yesterday, and Babe actually forgot to take them out of the car, and they're still in the car. I just realized that I don't have the wood frame that I bought to make that frame, but you'll see the whole process. So I went to Michael's today, and I got me some paint. So I got some brown paint, because this artwork, if you see it in person, it's painted like 3 times on 3 different sheets. And the sheets are elevated from each other, so it gives it this 3D effect. It's like pretty cool. Like, I mean, seeing it here, what you're seeing online now is like, it's just, you know, a tree or whatever. But it actually have a, you know, this tree on top of a tree on top of a tree. Like, it's pretty cool. So I am going to try to recreate that. So I have this paint. I actually had this metallic gold paint already, and I didn't know, but I ended up purchasing one. So all of that's gonna get used. This, I bought this, the charcoal chalkboard Krylon black, and that's gonna be to spray the frame. I got black paint. I got 2 black paint because a lot of it is black. So I needed more black than anything else. The less I'm gonna need is gonna be the gold. I got white in case I need to make a color or create depth. I can mix my whatever color I'm using. I could probably kind of mix it to create another color and create depth in the stems. This is a metallic gold paint that I already have, so I'm going to see which one. I don't know which one of these I'm going to use, or probably just add this in between. And then I got the brush set. It was only $5.80 something for this, and it's 25 pieces. It was on sale. And then I got my paint tray. I got this white because it was only $1. It was on sale for $1. And then I have my painter's tape that I'm going to use to stick my sheets on. And then this is what we're going to be painting on. So these are acrylic sheets. I got them from Amazon, and they come 3 in a pack. So that's what I'm going to be painting on. So I'm going to paint on one acrylic sheet. I'm going to paint part of the tree. The second one, I'm going to do the gold because the gold falls underneath the brown. And then I am going to do, I don't know, every time I hit that, it does that. Why is it doing that? And then I'm going to do the brown tree on top. The black tree does not have any dimensions to it. It's going to be really flat. But the brown one and the gold one is what's going to have like dimension to it to give it that realistic look. So the black one is like a layer on the back. The tree also, like it whatever that the white in the back is, I'm still thinking on how I'm going to do that part. It's giving a reflection. So you've seen a reflection of what you painted hitting that white part. It's like pretty cool, guys. I wish you guys could see like this artwork in person, but if you have, let me know. And it's like a pretty cool artwork, and I am going to try to recreate it. Okay, so I think I've been talking too much. So I am going now to, I have my, this is actually a drawing board to do, it's actually a drawing board to do like when I'm doing my sketching for like design sketching and stuff like that. If I was doing floor plans and I wanted to do them by hand. So that's what this actually is that I am going to be using to draw on. Okay. So let's take out our first sheet. So this is the first sheet. I'm gonna put this out the way. Now, one side of this has, here it is. So this side has, I think both sides have plastic. So I'm gonna have to take the plastic off of one side. Yeah. Zyla, put that down. Go play with your toys. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to tape this in place so that it don't be moving around. So the first thing we're using is the black. The black will have no dimensions. It is the base of the whole piece. So no dimensions, no shadowing or anything. I am doing this very freehand. And if you're going to attempt to do this, just be very freehand with it. Remember, no straight lines. You're doing a tree trunk. Of course, a tree trunk by no means has straight lines. Have fun with it. Make it your own. Do not try to make it exactly like mine. Do not try to make it exactly like the original. Make it your own. Be creative. As a creative person, I always say when I'm doing DIYs to make it your own. Put your signature on it. Let this be you and not, you know, somebody else's thing that you copied exactly like theirs. Okay? This is still a replica of that piece. All we're using is the concept of a tree trunk. That is what we're using, the concept. So basically I'm finished here. You don't want to add too much to this first layer because you have 2 more layers that you have to add on top of this one. The next layer that we're going to do is the gold. Because I'm using a metallic gold, the first layer that I have to put down would be a white as the base for that. Because it's metallic, it would just continue to show through because we're using this clear plexiglass. But if you put the white base down and then paint on top of that, you would see the color that you need to see with the metallic. And the reason why I'm using metallic, remember I told you we're doing this in layers. So you need something that's gonna sparkle off and have that depth effect. And that is what this metallic paint is gonna give you. Now, I have to create shadow. So I am using 2 tones of gold. I'm using more of a yellow gold, and then I'm going to use a copper gold on the end and then like to the bottom to create shadows and stuff like that. So, and I'm going to add a little bit of brown hair in there again to create, you know, on the curves to create shadow on the piece. Again, remember you're overlapping what you have on the bottom. So you're gonna let this gold, all my gold lights to overlap. Sorry about the glare from the lamp, guys. I could not see over in that corner. You turn it off here and there so that you guys can see the piece. But at some points I have to put it on so that I can see what I'm doing in that corner. Again, guys, have fun with this. That's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun with it. And I am building it as I go. Remembering that I have another layer to put on there at all times. When I add the 3rd layer, which is the brown, that layer I mix different colors so that I would create like different effects on the sheet. The good thing with using these clear plexi sheets is that you can go back in and wipe out parts that you don't want. So I felt like I had a little bit too much of you know, certain sections. I went in with a piece of baby wipe and I just wiped it out. I felt like some of my lines were too thick. I went in there and I just wiped it out. So, you know, that's, you can go in, you can clean it up, you can correct, you know, things that you feel are not right as well. That's the good thing with using this clear plexiglass versus if I was doing this on a canvas or even on paper. So here is the finish putting together of the frame. Babe actually helped me put this together. I don't have any footage of that, but this is the finish. This is it finished and I am spraying it. I gave it 2 coats of the spray. Here I am starting to put the piece together. So this artwork is actually a 24 by 36. I don't think I mentioned that before. So what I am doing is I am adding the glass now. So the first thing you're going to do is add the glass. What I did with the frame, and I'm so sorry that I don't have footage of that, is we created a groove. So there's a 1-inch groove on the inside where the glass is going to drop into and the artworks are going to drop into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my top layer first, because remember this is upside down. Guys, can you hear baby Zyla? She's trying to do my voice over for me. Zyla, are you mocking me? Girl, you sound like a Chinese. So, she'll be quiet. Let me finish this. Okay guys, Zyla has taken over. So that piece of board that you saw me just put down, that whiteboard I'm wiping everything off with, on top of, that's what the glass was in. And I decided to use that as my back. I'm going to add white contact paper to it so that it'll be a smooth backing, and I'm going to add that. So the plexi sheets had 2 sides that had film on it, so I removed the film. The good thing with this is you can wipe it off with the I would use my sprayway where I sprayed on it and wiped it off. You can use, but do not spray the sprayway on top of where you painted. So I sprayed it like on the parts that didn't have any paint, and then when I was wiping and I was getting over paint itself, I was doing it very lightly so that I can clean off the entire piece. So here you're seeing me adding the contact paper to the back of the cardboard that came with the glass, and that will be my backing that I'm going to use. So here is the final product. It is styled, it's not hung yet. It's kind of heavy, so what I had purchased to hang it is not gonna work. So I have to go back to Home Depot so that I can get some picture hangers and hang it on the wall. I think it came out beautiful. And Zyla, say goodbye.